Steyr files lawsuit against Sig Sauer, demands injunction against the P320 for patent infringement. You can't make this stuff up. It was just the other day I did a story about not only the Army had awarded them the contract for their MX-17, MX-18 modular handgun system for the P320 to become that, but the Navy and the Marine Corps and the Air Forces adopted it also. I just did that story this week. And of course, I've got another one. I'll put a link to both these stories. I got the story I talked about before when they first... Well, there's actually 3 stories, but another story is the history of the P320, which I find is funny. Because, you know, it was originally the P250, a double-action only handgun, which I think is a great gun, because I'm an old revolver guy. But most people they all want an imitation Glock. Let's face it, everybody wants a Glock. Only in this case, they want a Sig Glock. A striker-fired gun. And so Sig didn't have one, and the P250 didn't sell, so somebody at Sig had the bright idea of trying to make lemonade out of lemons and use all their equipment that's making the 250 and re-engineer that gun to be a striker fire so they can still use that machinery they got all that money in. And the P250 was a Golden Bullet Award, whatever it's called, the NRA. It was a big hit when it came out, but nobody bought it. It was a great gun, but nobody bought it. And of course, the rest is history, and you've got Glock. I've got that story too. I'll put a link to that. A Glock filing an objection with, and this kills me, the Government Accountability Office. What an oxymoron. You can't make all this stuff up. So, they make a gun, a great gun. People don't buy it because they want a real light trigger that they can really hit accurately with at the range, although it may not be the best thing to use if you're going to carry it, but it's a great range gun. So they give people what they want, and they end up having this gun end up being bought by the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Air Force. All they have to do is get past the snafu with Glock because they filed an objection, because somewhere in the process of picking the gun, something was done that they felt wasn't kosher, and they felt they weren't given a fair chance to win the contract, so that's why they filed that, again, with the Government Accountability Office, which kills me. And now, they aren't even through that yet, and Steyr comes out of the woodwork because they've got a patent they filed back in 1999 for this exact type gun. And I checked the filing and stuff, and yeah, I think they got an actual patent here, and they're right. And of course, you've got Beretta that's been making the Nano for years, which is using the same system with the removable serialized component, trigger component, and that's what the patent's on. And you've got Ruger that's making one like that now, although I think Ruger has not violated the patent, because if you've ever taken that thing out of the Ruger American, it just falls apart. It really isn't anywhere. At any rate, it's just, oh, you can't make this stuff up, can you? It's just an ever-evolving story out of yeah. I just get a kick out of this. Wow. These firearm manufacturers really are fighting each other all the time, aren't they? But it's better them fighting each other than them fighting us, like in the case of Springfield Armory. And they're not involved in any of this, apparently, because they never even tried to get the contract, even though they're a government armory. Which they are. That's a joke, and I got another link I'll give to that, too. There you go, guys. Just thought I'd bring that to you, because the whole world cracks me up. The older I get, the more my concept on life is reinforced that the whole world's insane, and it doesn't even make any difference. Because there's nothing you can do, because everybody's nuts. There you go, guys. So what I'm going to do about all this is I'm going to go out and curry my horse and go for a ride. Way out here where I won't hear a thing but birds, and I won't see any people. Because the wife and kids are gone, and Mr. Holster's happy. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Till next time, go out and ignore the whole world because they're nuts. And stay safe.